Hi everybody, John Lambert here. So video this week is going to be on winter golf and the difference between summer golf. Well, it might sound obvious, but we don't get obviously much run now. So I'm obviously looking down the first hole here at Dunstan Hall. So one massive thing to think about is obviously the run on the golf ball. So if we just take a look at this first hole, you've obviously got the pond here on the left hand side and obviously trees out to the right hand side. Well, if you think about your shape of shot, well, if it's obviously travelling, if you obviously hit the shot and it travels left, well, in the summer it's obviously going to bounce. And if you're hitting a shot, let's say on this first hole here, and obviously looking at it from this way, let's now say from here, you've obviously got the pond, and obviously, like we say, the trees on the right. Well, if you hit a draw, well, in the summer it's going to be bouncing on into that pond, whilst in the winter it's just going to plug short and stop. So that's one massive thing to take into consideration now, is that in the summer you'll get the run which will take you into the problems. In the summer it won't, it will just plug and stop. So that's one thing. You can be a lot more aggressive now. You can start to take a lot more drivers, because if you think you need carry in this weather, if it goes low and gets caught in the rough wet ground, it's obviously not going to go anywhere. So just think about that. Think another example on the second. You think in the summer, if you hit a drive, a lot of you are going to be getting up to that bunker on the left. If you're playing off the yellows, obviously the long hitters, if you hit it off the whites, you're going to be getting towards that bunker on the left hand side in the second. Well, if it lands short in the summer, it's going to be bounding up into that bunker. In the winter, it's not. It's going to plug and stop. So that's one thing to bear in mind. Be a lot more aggressive in the winter. You need the carry. Take your driver out a lot more and try and get the yardage down the golf hole. Remember, in the summer, you're going to get the run. It's going to keep bouncing maybe another 30, 40 yards into the trouble. In the winter, it won't. So just think about it. Course management, massive part of the game. And like I said, the two examples on the first here, if you hit a draw, right to left, it's not going to be bouncing into that water. It's going to be plugging. So you need to get your yardages. Obviously, having a yardage, some form of yardage measuring device, whether it's a Bushnell or a watch. You need something, because you need to know how far everything is. And you need to know, obviously now, it's not going to roll out, it's going to be plugging there. So just remember that and try and incorporate that for the winter.